Hi everyone. So this video is for St. Thomas School Ranchi for class 7 physics, and we are seeing third chapter energy. This is the second video for class 7 physics of third chapter energy. So today we are going to see the topic about various forms of energy and interconversion. This is the second unit of third chapter energy. Under this topic we are going to see first topic as forms of energy. Under this topic we are going to see different kinds of energy. So first we are going to see mechanical energy. So what is this mechanical energy? So energy possessed by a body on account of its position or configuration. So this means that whenever we are going to change position of an object or any configuration in that object, the energy possessed by that object is called as mechanical energy. Now mechanical energy is of two types. One is potential energy and second one is kinetic energy. So potential energy means the energy possessed by the body because of change in its position or configuration. Kinetic energy means energy possessed by a body by virtue of its motion. So potential energy means when the position of an object is going to change, and kinetic energy means when an object is in motion. So energy possessed by that body is called as kinetic energy. So here we are going to see the first diagram of potential energy. So here under this diagram, a man is stretching an arrow. So here while stretching, the position of arrow is changed, thus potential energy is gained by the arrow, and when the arrow will be released, it will convert its potential energy to kinetic energy. The next example we are going to see about kinetic energy. So aeroplane is in motion, thus motion represents your kinetic energy. Next form of energy we are going to see heat energy. So energy released when we burn wood, coal, oil, gas, such all kind of energy is called as heat energy. Then the next question comes, why heat is a form of energy? So in a case of steam, which possesses heat energy capable of doing work, for example steam engine. Similarly, pressure cooker when whistle, it changes the position of vessel, thus heat energy is an example of kind of energy. Similarly, in a case of automobile, when we burn fuel, it generates energy and automobile runs. Therefore, heat is also a form of energy when we burn wood, coal, oil or gas. So here you have the different diagrams. The object is burning, here the pressure cooker, and here with the help of heat energy few food materials are cooked. Next, light energy. So light is a form of energy in presence of which other objects are seen. Then again the question comes, why light is a form of energy? So why this question comes here? Because light does not seems to move any object. Therefore here we have a question which we are going to answer, why light is a form of energy. So light does not seems to move object, but you might have observed that when a strong beam used to come from our window or door side, and when it falls on a dust particle, they are found to move. So this means that because of light energy, dust particle displaced from its position. Thus work is done. Therefore, light is a form of energy. Similarly, in a case of plant, so with the help of light energy, which converts into chemical energy by the process of photosynthesis. So these two examples proves that light has capability to do work, and thus light is a form of energy. Next, we are going to see the topic sound energy. So what is sound energy? So a vibrating body produces sound. So whenever there is a vibration, sound energy is produced. So here you can able to see the diagram. One glass filled with a water is placed before a speaker, and as the sound is produced, that water starts vibrating. This means that water comes into motion. Thus, sound has a capability to do work. Therefore, sound is a form of energy. Similarly, another example is given here, that when a very loud sound by a speaker is going to start, it is going to vibrate glass window. Or you might have seen a thunder. Cloud used to shake the buildings. We used to feel the vibration. Thus, because of this, we say that sound is a form of energy. Next, next example we are going to see about electrical energy. What is electrical energy? So electrical energy is a form of energy resulting from the flow of electric charge. Here you have an example of a fan which runs with the help of electrical energy. Next, magnetic energy. So a magnet is capable of causing motion in magnetic substance because of its magnetic force. Thus, it has energy which is called as magnetic energy. So means that because of magnetic force, a magnet has a capacity to move those magnetic material. Here under this diagram we can able to see that these iron pins are getting attracted towards this magnet placed before it. Thus magnet is also a form of magnetic energy. Next example we are going to see type of energy as chemical energy. So here this diagram is given about the gas burner which burns LPG gas and energy is produced. So what is chemical energy? So energy possessed by the fuel like coal, petroleum, etc. is called chemical energy. Chemical energy is a kind of hidden energy. It releases in a form of heat energy. Next example we are going to see about nuclear energy, and this diagram shows the nuclear fission reaction or an example of nuclear bomb. This is the nuclear bomb. So what is nuclear energy? Nucleus of an atom consists of proton and neutron together. So this is nucleus, and when this proton and neutron is going to combine or going to get distributed, then energy possessed by the body is going to release a high amount of energy, which is further called as nuclear energy. So what is nuclear energy? So nuclear energy is the energy released due to splitting of nucleus or by combining two nuclei to form one nucleus. So as the nucleus consists of neutron and proton together, when if they are going to combine to form one bigger nucleus, or if they are going to split to form smaller nuclei, thus the energy is released, and that energy is called as nuclear energy. And nuclear energy is released in a form of heat and light. Next topic is about interconversion of energy now. So till now we have seen different forms of energy, and now we are going to see its interconversion. Means that when one form of energy changes to other form of energy. Here we have an example when electrical energy changes to heat energy, when electrical energy changes to light energy, when electrical energy converts to light energy, sound energy, and here when electrical energy converts to kinetic energy as a mixer grinder. So such many interconversions are there which shows that one form of energy changes to other form of energy. Next topic is why sun is called as ultimate source of energy. So why sun is the ultimate source of energy? Because sun radiates enormous amount of energy to earth, or by any other means when we are whatever types of energy are using, we are going to find that sun is at last an ultimate source of energy. Here you have different examples. One example is given about the tidal energy, which is created by the gravitational pull of moon on the earth ocean, which also produce tidal energy. Then next we know about the solar cells. So solar cells which gives us electricity, which is also given by the sun radiation. Then plants, they also uses sun energy for the photosynthesis process. There are many different examples which prove that sun is an ultimate source of energy. Another example is about the wind. So we know that with the help of windmill we produces electricity. So these are the different examples which gives us information that at last sun is the source, ultimate source of every forms of energy which we are using today. Next, what is the law of conservation of energy? Means that the different forms of energy which we are using, or the different forms of energy which we are using while changing it from one form to other form. What law, on which law this conversions of energy is based? So according to the law of conservation of energy, it states that energy neither be created nor be destroyed, it only transfers from one form of energy to other form of energy. So this is law of conservation of energy, that energy neither be created nor be destroyed, it only transfers from one form of energy to other form of energy. So under this topic we are going to see that how this law of conservation of energy is related in a case of production of electricity with the help of hydroelectricity. So this is the diagram given. This is the reservoir, this is the mechanical part, the powerhouse where the electricity is generated, and then it is transferred to home. So in a case of dam, which is a reservoir, so here the water is stored, which means that here as the water is stored at this point, we say that potential energy gained by this water. So when the water is going to start flowing through this dam, So this potential energy further converts into kinetic energy. Then whatever the kinetic energy water will be possessing, when it is given to this powerhouse and the turbine starts to rotate, here this is the turbine which starts to rotate, and while rotating, what is going to happen? This generator is going to generate electricity. And then so here water is stored, it is possessing kinetic energy. Then the water starts to flow from here, it possesses kinetic energy. Then now because of this kinetic energy, this mechanical part, this turbine will starts to flow, and then this kinetic energy converts into electrical energy, and the electrical energy is generated. So here you can able to see that different transformations of energy for a water, from potential to kinetic, kinetic to again electrical energy. In all these conversions, different conversions, there is no loss or no gain in the energy. Whatever potential energy water was having, it has converted into kinetic energy. And how much kinetic energy this water is going to have, with that kinetic energy the electricity is generated. So this is the example of law of conservation of energy as hydroelectricity. Next example is roller coaster. So here in a case of roller coaster, so if suppose when the train was at this position, so when the train is at the maximum height, here it is having its maximum potential energy, and when the train will be released, it will start moving down, then this potential energy will convert into kinetic energy, and here at this position the potential energy will be zero, but it will gain maximum kinetic energy, and because of this maximum kinetic energy which is gained by this train, it will automatically rise to this height, and further it will move as a roller coaster. So these are the different examples of law of conservation of energy. First we have seen hydroelectricity, next it is roller coaster. Thank you.